Check out the Thinking Out Loud Network at thinkingoutloudnetwork.com.
What's up, everybody? It is your sis and your friend Crystal Cross right here on the Morning Jam podcast. I am truly blessed to be on here with my sis, my sister from another mister, Miss April Vaughn. What's up, April?
Hi.
Oh my goodness,
you
look amazing.
Thank you. So do you, as always.
Well, thank you so much. I'm so thankful that you were able to come on with me tonight, sis.
It's an honor.
Like I said, it's an honor. Thank you for short notice. I know I was like, hey, April, come on, you in the show. But I'm so grateful. I'm just loving my shirt. I got the shirt today, April. It says, be kind. No, nobody is paying me to wear this shirt, but I just love the saying. So I always tell people, be nice. Why do I tell people to be nice?
Oh, no.
I'm nice. April, are you always nice?
I'm always nice. I always try to be nice. And if I don't, I'm humble enough to apologize and come and make things right. So
that's cool. Yeah, I'm the same way.
That's
absolutely.
I'm set up.
Especially when someone come to me and be like, Crystal, you just was not cool at this point in time. I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it.
Right.
I said it the wrong way, or you took it the wrong way. But thank you, April, for being here. We were just talking about being kind. But April, let the people know just a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
Well, I am from Georgia. I was born in Marietta. I currently live in Kennesaw. I was born here, raised here, a rare breed of Georgia peach that's still here.
No, I said you're a Georgia peach. You're not a transplant at all.
No, yeah. I am the oldest of 4 girls. My mother has 4 daughters, and I'm the oldest of them. So I kind of grew up with a motherly spirit. I have a stepdaughter that is 21 and a daughter that is 11. And once she's about to be, the oldest is about to be 22, the other one's about to be 12. So I'm married, have been for 7 years this past March, coming up on 8. We've been together for a lot longer than that. But I am blessed to have a supportive husband that deals with all the crazy ideas and things that God has given me, whether it is, my real estate investment business, me doing some charitable work with donating school supplies to those who need them. Our basement is a school supply warehouse.
Wow.
So, that's a little bit about me. Everything I do is to give glory to our God, to our Father, and to know that, to let those who don't know that He is a loving Father, a good Father. And
right.
So I have given myself up to be His hands on earth. So.
Wow, I love that. Giving yourself. I love that. Say that one more time.
I have given myself to the Lord to be His hands on earth. And I pray every day. Yes, to bridle my flesh, and anything that I'm doing selfishly or for my own gain, I'm like, Lord, check me immediately. I always want to bring honor and glory to you. So.
Wow, that's amazing. That is really blessed. April, I was just truly blessed to meet you, because we actually met each other on the photo shoot of a book covering that you ladies were doing. And I just loved you from then. I loved your spirit. I love your personality. I just loved who you were at the time. I was like, I love this young lady, and we just connected from there.
Yes, and immediately you were a lifesaver, because that was the whole thing was new to me, and I'm coming with a bare face, and they're like, you need some makeup on. This is a photo shoot. This is selfie time, so you need to get yourself together. And you did that for me, and yes, thank you. I was like, she was a blessing today.
Listen, I was just really excited just to be a part of it all. Even with the photo shoot, I just love being there, watching all these amazing women come together and just support one another and just showing so much love and togetherness. Not just like I can say like fighting against one another or competition with each other, but you guys were there just to just really support one another and show one another love. So we're going to go into that real quick about the photo shoot and the book that's taken place. I haven't even gotten a copy of it. It's been too
I
long.
can send you, yes, I can send you one. This is it here. I think it's
Yes,
backwards.
that's amazing.
The book is Her, I'm Still Standing, an anthology of some amazing women. I mean, I was humbled to be even on the pages that were next to these women. And their stories are amazing. Their testimonies are powerful. And I know that whoever gets their hands on this and reads this book is going to be changed, set free, and delivered from things that they may not want to share. They may not think anybody shared the same experiences, but from cover to cover, it's a blessing. And I was humbled and honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, so April, so what part of the book were you talking about life experiences? What was your part on the book?
In my chapter, I mainly focused on the first, let's say 11, 12 years of my life. What I dealt with, how I grew up. I grew up with, like I said, my mom is a mother of four, single parent, four girls. She had me her first at 16. My sister that's right under me, she had when she was 17. So that was two kids before she even graduated high
Wow.
school. Yes, and still managed to graduate, went to college, didn't graduate from college because she had to work and take care of us. We had two sisters that came after us. But along the way, she got caught up in some things that greatly affected my childhood and the way that I grew up. And at the time, I thought that having a mother that was addicted, or, us being on welfare, or not always having a consistent place to live, that it was damaging. But as I've come of age, I've realized that those things that I went through made me. And if I wouldn't have gone through those things, the things that I have a passion for now, I may not have. And I only do because I know what it feels like to share a bunk bed with my mother and three sisters. I mean, 5 people in one room on one bunk bed. So that's kind of what drove me to want to develop the real estate investment business that I have, because ultimately I want to be a builder and build homes so that people who right now we say low income housing, but I like to call it growing income. Somebody who's starting out and want to have a comfortable place to live and a nice neighborhood to raise their children in, but can't afford the buy-in that a lot of the houses, the nice houses these days, warrant. So that is kind of my background, is what led me to that passion. And I feel like it's a God-given purpose, and I'm going after it full force.
That is awesome. So I know you started out your bio as daughter of a king. So is that where your root in you set your platform? Because a lot of people can set their foundation, foundation on different things, but if they don't set their foundation where it's strong, and it tends to sink a little bit, it tends to tilter, they may fall and they may slip and slide. But is that what you based your life beginning after your mother being on whatever she was on, and then now you see in yourself, now I have to get in and work so hard for these people and help each and every one of them, and just to grow and not belittle themselves. So is that where you set your foundation on, is the faith of God, the kingdom of God?
Absolutely, because without him, I don't know where I would be. I mean, as a kid, I remember writing notes to God, asking him, why am I here? Why did you bring me here? What is my purpose? And every time he would send me confirmation to know that even though you don't feel like there's anybody physically there, I'm always there with you, and I will always carry you through. And time after time after time after time in my life, he stepped in. He's been there. He's been a shoulder to cry on. He's been, a platform to step up on when I felt like I was sinking or I didn't know who to turn to. And so I would be a fool to not lean on the person that's been, or the entity, my God, that has been there for me from the very beginning. And that's how I started my chapter, is before he formed me in the womb. He knew me. He gave me a purpose. He called me
Absolutely.
to nations. And he's who I've known the longest, and he is who has known me the longest from the inside out, where I've come from and where I'm going, where I don't even know. So to lean on him when he has the roadmap is in my best interest.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, April, I find myself like connecting with you on Facebook all the time and seeing your inspiration. It just builds I wouldn't say even my faith, but my everyday journey. Like I can even look at a picture that you've been on or posted, or I was like, oh my God, look at this. This is like a breath of fresh light. You know, when you see something, it's like, okay, wow, that just touched my spirit. So when I see your face on Facebook, I'm like, wow, this young lady don't know what she's doing. She don't know what she's doing.
And I was touched before a private person. I mean, and I go back and even sometimes when I first got on Facebook and I share my post and it was the friends only, and God is like, open that up. That word isn't just for you. And it's always what I'm going through at the time. And I know God uses everything, not just for my benefit, but for those around me. And people are delivered by the words of our testimony. So I would be selfish not to share, or to think, oh, people might know I'm going through if I post this, or people might know that I need, my faith to be strengthened if I post that, Lord, strengthen my faith. But I'm an open book, and I've come out and said, like I said earlier, God used me, put me in, coach, I'm ready to play. So however you want to use me, use me.
Absolutely. Now I know that, are you a motivational speaker as well?
No.
You're not. You should be. You should be, April, because you can do it. I'm telling you, you can do whatever you set your mind to. Because it took me a long time to get to the place where I'm at now, where I can because I used to be so shy, April. Like, I wouldn't even say anything. You said that you record, you guys, right? It was 12
You're out there
of us.
on red carpets with.
It was 12. 7 girls, 5 boys. You're talking about. You talking about sharing a room? I know what you're talking about. Sharing a room with my sisters, to that place where
I can, open up and be verbal.
Yes,
but like I said, I'm growing into it. I'm stepping into it. I'm not gonna deny anything.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. And I see you doing an amazing job.
Well, thank you.
I know. See, like I was talking to Bishop Paul Morton the other night, and he was just speaking into my life, and I was like, what, Bishop? I don't know about that. Some people, they speak into your life, and you be like, okay, I can deal with this. And I was like, Bishop, I don't know.
I don't see how this is gonna go. But I know my testimony is for other people. So if God calls me to be a motivational speaker, I'm gonna step into it.
That's amazing. So, but anyways, I know that you would do an amazing job at that too, because I just feel that, I know the love that we share between one another. Even if we don't even see each other, we know that we're there for one another. Like, hey, April, what you doing? I know that sisterly love, that bond is here between us. So I really thank you for that.
From the very beginning, yes.
Yeah, and I want the people in this world to have that as well, because you're an amazing woman of God, especially, and a great mother, a great wife. And I know that your children are just being so blessed by you. So is there times when your children come to you and be like, Mom, why are you stepping your feet into so many things at one time and doing it? Have they ever come to you yet to ask you that?
I would say my youngest, I would say she's my greatest supporter, but also there's times when she has been, on school nights at a property, 12 o'clock at night, like, when you going home, And I'm like, one more tile, let me put this one more tile in. And, it is a juggling act to try to make sure that I'm there for her when I can. Like I said, my husband is very supportive. He's a great father. He's there to take her to dance when I have other engagements or things that I need to do or closings that I need to go to. He's there to pick her up from, karate and take her to dance and do that. So I am very grateful that he is here to help me juggle all the things that I feel like God has given me, because I want to be a good steward and also want to be a good wife and mother. So that is one of the things I pride myself in, is trying to balance everything and make sure that I give everything its due attention. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's great. I have a 17-year-old, and I especially like our life has transitioned, or I can say, because I'm in a divorced state right now. I'm getting a divorce, so I had to move out and just find my location for me and him, and we're kind of juggling that. And I have to listen to him. I have to talk to him. I have to say, "Hey, son, this is what we're going to do, such and such and such." So we have to have that balance as a mother. I know we can multitask in a lot of things, because that's how God made us women, to just be able to, bear a lot of things and take on a lot of things and multitask and put this and this piece together and that piece together. So I know what you mean when you're saying you're juggling this and your property and your husband and your child. And that's a blessing that we can do that. And it's a blessing also when we have a spouse that is there to support us in all that we do as well. So Thank you, husband, for supporting my sister. Thank you.
I will let him know. I'm down in the basement now, so I'll have to tell him when I go back upstairs.
Yes. So April, in your book, what in the book, Her, I'm Still Standing, right?
Yes.
What is your favorite part of the book?
Of my testimony, it is when it culminated, and I think even for me it was a realization when I because I never wanted to go back and revisit, even when I was invited to be a part of it. First I was like taken aback, like, me, I can't believe like people can be delivered from what I don't even want to talk about, what I don't want people to know about me. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to discount what I'm capable of based on where I've been and what I've come through. And the favorite part for me is when I got to the end of writing, and at the end of my chapter, I kind of go through all of the places where God was there. And I didn't realize that when I was going through it, that because I thought, God had left me, why did he bring me into the situation? Why do I have the parents that I have? Why do I live in the environment that I live in? Why did I grow up how I did? But me taking the time to go back and revisit those spaces, revisit those places, revisit those times, it allowed me to see that, wait, God was here with me at that time.
Yeah.
And I got to that because God was here. And to see it written down, like in a list it was kind of like, a boohoo breakdown moment at the end of writing all of that. And it was like just him saying, daughter, I was with you, even though you didn't feel like it at the time. Like now you see that I was with you. And that was so cleansing for me, so purifying for me. And it gave me the motivation that I needed to say any and everything that I come up against, anything that comes up against me, I can defeat it because I know that I have my Father with me. My Heavenly Father is with me every step of the way. And that was like, and it was a cathartic to kind of get it out, because now it's like my truth is my truth. And there's nothing anybody can say to say, she came from parents that were drug addicts. Well, I already told that. So, what next? Or, she came from a place of, where her mom was on food stamps or TANF or this or that. Well, it's already out there. So now what do you have? And now it just frees me to walk into my future and kind of be free from being tied to my past. So.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it. I love it. So in the book, is there any other of the ladies' stories that you connected with as well?
I will say a little bit of all of them because we're all women, and even though the circumstances or the experiences weren't exactly the same, the common thread in all of it was, you know, at the end, being able to say what I went through didn't break me. And it,
Yeah.
like you said, that whole us coming together and meeting each other that day at the photo shoot, before we even knew each other's stories, because we didn't all get to read it until it was released, you know,
Yeah.
for the public. So, but going through and seeing like, wow, that woman that stood so, you know, regally and had this presence, went through things that you would think would be damaging, you know, that would keep her from getting to that space. So I mean, all of the women, it was an amazing experience, a life-changing experience, and I am so grateful to have been a part and share this experience with such wonderful women.
When I was there, because I was there, you guys, Crystal Cross was there for the makeup part. I did the ladies' makeup, and because I'm a makeup artist too, I put my hands in a lot of things.
A Renaissance woman too.
But for me, it was a great experience too, because I was able to experience, like, I didn't even know their story, but you can feel like each woman, like, I was like, none of these women look like what they've been through. None of them. And I look at you today, April, I'm like, girl, you don't look like anything like what you've been through. Like, you have been so favored. We all have been favored by God, that he has placed us where we are not all beat up, all our mind is not, we haven't lost our mind, we haven't been on any type of medications that has, deterred us from our thinking. And I was looking at each and every woman there, because I was actually there for Dr. Nia. And I was doing her makeup artist there, but I was able to connect with each and every individual lady, that were amazing woman that was there. And I was like, when I set you guys down to just talk to y'all individually, even doing your makeup, I was like, okay, how do you want your look to and some women were all, I want natural, I don't want that much. And then there were you like, hey, do your thing. And I was like, okay. But it was just a blessing for me to even connect with each individual woman that was there, a young lady that was there. There was a lady there with gray hair that didn't look her age. I was like, no way. It's just amazing how God preserves his people. And I'm so honored. Even tonight, I'm just honored by you being on the show tonight. I was going through and I was like, okay, who in the world can I get to interview on my show? And when April Vaughn, I was like, what? Yes, April, I got to get her on my show. But what do you want? What do you want an individual, even maybe a young lady that's out here, that's been through what you've been through? What do you want them to get out of your story, your chapter?
I think my biggest takeaway from this whole project is that for any young woman, even young man, old woman that has gone through things, don't ever think that what you went through has to define you. Take that pain and turn it into purpose. I think it's my biggest thing that I always say, is that the enemy tries to use things to keep you bound, to keep you stuck, to keep you feeling like there's no way out, there's nothing better for you. And I will say that the things that I thought were my downfall is really what made me, what turned into the thing that's building my business, or the reason that I stepped out on faith, is because I felt the pain of what it felt like to be in a position where we didn't have enough, or we didn't have this, or we didn't have that. So I think that's the biggest thing that I would say, is that your pain can be turned into purpose, and it will push you and propel you in times when you feel like you can't go on, because you know what you've been through, you know what you've come through. So I would say that is what I would want to tell a young me.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. I love that because, at times I feel like I'm just like so lost. I'll be like, God, I know I'm not backing up against this wall anymore. I just want to be free. I just want to be happy. And if there is someone out there that is, that's feeling low, that's feeling like, okay, I am this woman, I have all of this. What would you say to her? What would you say to her?
To another woman like me that's going through, I would tell her to lean on our Father. That's the biggest thing. There's times when I've been up against the wall,
Yeah.
and I didn't talk about it in this book, but pursuing my business put me in a place where I was 6 figures in debt. Didn't know how I was going to come out. I mean, I was on my face crying to God every day, God, get me out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a way. I don't know how there is a way, and he made a way. So the biggest thing that I have coming out of that is to say, leaning on God and trusting him to do what he said, what he promised me he would do. Because that's what I would tell him all the time.
Yeah.
Why am I here? You promised me I wouldn't be here. You promised me that I would lend and not borrow. You promised me that my hands have the power to create wealth. So why am I here? And I've learned that you get authority over poverty once you break it. You get authority over depression, or you get authority over these things when you haven't fought these battles. You don't have that power to break through, not only for you but for other people. So having come through those things,
Yeah.
and I always say it's kind of like the verse that says, by his stripes we are healed. But
Yeah.
I look at it not only like stripes, like whips or, welts that are bleeding, but stripes like in the military forces. When you get stripes, that is rank. Everything that you go through gets you one step higher. And now you can look back and tell somebody else, what you're going through right now, I've been through and I made it through. So, keep going. There is light at the end of that tunnel. And I think that's the thing that I would want to tell any woman is that, if you don't think you can make it through, look at me.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Absolutely. I thank you, April, for being right here on the Morning Jam podcast. It has been such a blessing. I get so encouraged. I mean, I'm literally telling you, like when I see you, I'm like, April is such a ray of sunshine.
Well,
I'm telling you, like,
and you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think we are kindred spirits, and that's how we connected right away. Because I think
yes,
we have the same genuine, kind heart. So
yes.
I'm so happy we connected.
Me too. I'm so happy we connected. I thank you for being here on the Morning Jam podcast. I want you to let the people know where they can connect with you on your realtor and get the book. Where can they connect with you?
You can get the book on my website, which is www.aprilvaughn.com, and you can connect with me in my real estate investment business on that website, which is www.welldwelling.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you, April, for joining me on the Morning Jam podcast right here with your sis and your friend, April. Thank you. I love you, sis, and I'll see you soon because I will be coming to the ATL very soon.
Yeah.
We'll have to do dinner or lunch or something.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Love you, sister. Have a great rest of your day. Right here with your sis and your friend, Crystal Cross. You guys can connect with me on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. Connect with me on my groups on Facebook, Heart to Heart, the Morning Jam podcast. What else? A2 Fashion. There's a group for that too. Also, your sis and your friend page as well. Connect me on Instagram. I have the Morning Jam podcast as well on that too. And your sis and your friend Crystal Cross. Again, this is the Morning Jam podcast right here with your sis and your friend Crystal Cross. Peace out, you guys. I love y'all. Bye.
Check out the Thinking Out Loud Network at thinkingoutloudnetwork.com.